Hey everybody, welcome back to the Connection Experience. Today I'm going to share an email that I got from someone after my last video. They've given me permission to share it, so I'm going to read it to you guys. So it says, "Hey Shani, I've enjoyed your video so far and thinking about going to therapy, but I feel embarrassed. I don't feel crazy, but I do feel ashamed that I can't fix this on my own because my problem is not that serious and I don't really want to share this with a stranger." So there are a couple of things in this that I hear very often. So thank you so much for bringing this up. I think there are a bunch of people out there who would be able to relate to these concerns. So three things that hold us back from seeking professional help. The first is therapy is for crazy people. I hear this all the time. Therapy is for crazy people. It's not for people like me who are doing okay, who should be able to resolve this on their own. Therapy covers a wide variety of things. There is no issue too big or too small to take to therapy. It could be something as small as I want to learn how not to procrastinate. This girl right here. It could be something as large as childhood trauma, grief, loss, depression, anxiety, wanting to improve your relationship, wanting to be a better spouse, be a better parent, be a better friend. It could be trying to discover your purpose, trying to live up to your best potential, trying to eat better, trying to lose weight. It could be all kinds of stuff that you could go and talk to somebody about. And the field has gotten so broad that you can find a therapist who specializes in all of these things. So, no issues too big or too small. Therapy is for everyone. It is not just for crazy people, whatever that even means anymore. I'm not even sure what that means anymore. Um, so let's debunk that right now. Therapy is not for crazy people. The other thing, the number two barrier for us going to seek help is shame. Shame is so huge when you view yourself as incapable, broken, something that needs to be fixed, um, struggling with asking for help because we see that as weakness. It's not viewed as vulnerability is a strength, but we view it as a weakness. If I have to ask for help, that means something's wrong with me. I can't do this on my own. I'm not strong enough to get through it. I'm not capable. And that kind of self-talk will scare anybody away from wanting to go talk to someone about it. If we feel like we should be able to do this on our own, we are less likely to ask for help because we don't want to admit that there is something wrong or there is a weakness. And that is a huge barrier into being able to ask for help. I think asking for help takes a lot of courage, and a willingness to be better is not something that we should feel ashamed of. But I find that a lot of us do feel a little embarrassed to ask for help. The number three thing in here that I see that does hold a lot of us back is also not wanting to be vulnerable with a stranger. All the time, I hear folks say, I'm not telling anybody about my problems. That's what my friends are for. That's what my family is for. That's what going to church is for. And that's great. You want to keep your natural supports. You want to keep your spirituality. None of this needs to replace a friend, family, or your spiritual affiliation. It is a supplement to that. In fact, the folks that tell me they have friends and family to talk to or some type of spiritual background, I'm like, great. The more tools, the better. Just make this another one. So especially if it's something that you're thinking about, try not to minimize your problem. That's the other thing that I see on here is my problem is not that serious. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be that serious. You do not have to be going through anything that you consider to be major in order to get help for something. Again, no problem is too small. Some folks come in just because they want to unpack. They're going through a stressful time and they just want someone to unpack with, and they don't want the pressure of having to do that with a friend. They don't want to burden other people with their problems. So they just want to come in and talk to somebody where they can unpack, leave it in the room, and go about their day. Um, so no problem is too big or too small. Shame gets in the way of us asking for help. Therapy is not for crazy people. And try and reframe this as a gift to yourself. It's an investment in yourself. We do this with our cars. If our cars are low on gas, we take it, we fill it up. They need a tune up, we take it to the shop. If something doesn't sound right, we go and get a diagnostic. We do this with our cars. Sometimes we take better care of our cars than we do ourselves. So if you think of this as an investment in yourself, maintenance, just something to keep you going, fuel to keep you going. Let's get rid of the stigma that this is for crazy people, that your problem is not large enough to talk to somebody about. And view it more as preventative, supportive, and some maintenance. And hopefully that will take away some of these barriers and you seeking help. Thank you so much for bringing that question up. I think there are a lot of people that probably feel the same way you do. And I hope this helps in debunking those myths and helping people feel a little bit more comfortable to at least consider it. Again, if you have anything else you want to add to that, or if there are people out there who have had a very positive experience with therapy, leave it in the comment section. You never know who's looking. It could help somebody find the courage to go and take care of themselves in that way, just to know that there's other people that have had a good experience with that. So thank you for tuning in. And if there are any other topics or questions that come to you, go ahead and leave it in the comment section and I will get back to you. Thanks again, and don't forget to connect.